It's time to collect some legendaries. Hello everyone, Bront, CatHerder here. We're having some fun talking Raid Shadow Legends, and we are here on the free-to-play account, but most of this is actually going to take place on the main. It is CvC. We have an April event that is ending or has ended, depending on whether or not you've done all of the events. I actually managed to do all of the events and finish April this weekend. We have Raphael, who showed up very recently that I do not want to wait on either of my accounts. And, you know, we have CvC, and my main account is Near Mercy, so there's a champion I would like to be pulling for. So we are going to be yeeting some shards on the main, but not going to be a very long video because I don't have a lot of shards to pull, and I am super Near Mercy. At least I believe I am super Near Mercy, and hopefully this is not a disappointing video. But there will be legendaries involved regardless of what I pull from shards. Because, as on the free-to-play account here, we have the Ace Reporter right here, and there's no reason not to claim her during Personal Rewards CvC. Now, I probably should wait till the end of CvC, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stay up until 3 in the morning and try to snipe CvC with her, because I'm going to get the points regardless. So I'm going to grab her, and that is 30,000 tournament points, and I now have April on the free-to-play account. That is absolutely amazing. And then, of course, we have the fragment stuff here, and I'm going to move my camera up. And, of course, we have Raphael, who is also going to get pulled. This is fortunate, I should say, a much better animated experience. There is a turtle running out on the stream. Awesome. Much appreciate Raf, and you know, that was an interesting journey on the free-to-play account. So let's hop over to the main, where we're going to be doing the rest of what's going on. All right, so here on the main as well, we have Raphael. We'll grab Raphael right now. Again, wonderful animation. I love the look of the turtle. And we have another turtle for the collection. Now we're just waiting for the Leonardo. And as you can see here, I've got my 21 Sacreds. I've got almost 30 Primals. I've got 30 Voids. Unless Leonardo is gross or he is a Void Shard only champion, which I don't think. I think it's going to be a path because everything else has been true. It was only the dates specifically of the Leonardo event that were incorrect there. I kind of thought that maybe they were going to do it during the CvC, and honestly, Polarium, I think you're missing the boat. If you had done the Leonardo event during CvC personal rewards with the events that you have for some of these shards as well, you probably would have raked in a ton of cash because you had a bunch of people deciding that this was a good enough event to max out anyway, even if they weren't normally going to max one of them out. So with that said, I do have a Remnant Shard. I might pull that. We'll kind of see where the Ancient Shards go from there. But specifically, we are going to be looking for this dude here. He is Bladechorister Caldor. I do not have any of the Faction Unity champions, and this guy is really cool. He can do some decreased defense and weaken and hit really, really hard. And then he gets a bunch of extra passives from this, and then his passive gives him a bunch of extra crit rate, so you don't need to build him with crit rate. Gives a bunch of quick turn meter when continuous heals are activating, and then increases the damage the champion deals by 5% when continuous heal buffs activate as well. So his damage stacks up really, really huge. So I think he will be very, very fun to use. And not only for like some siege defenses as well, because I've got a Nice as well, so I think that would be kind of fun to pair him with Nice, but also just for some of the other teams that are floating around. Maybe I might try and see if I can use him in Chimera. Maybe he'll make a Hydra team. He looks like a fun champion, and of course he's also throwing out a ton of poisons and continuous heals, which is just kind of cool as well. So I am looking for him. Normally we don't talk about the champions before we get them, but you know what? Yeah, it's kind of what we're going to do here. So I am, in theory, 206 into Mercy, amusingly enough, and I have 14 Ancient Shards. So we're going to pull these bad boys one at a time. And as you can hear by that cracking open sound, we are cracking open a Pepsi, the drink of champions, not a sponsor, but we're going to get legendaries. Pepsi, you're going to help, and maybe one day you're going to sponsor one of these videos. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, guys, if you want to see Pepsi sponsor my channel. It's about time. Let's make it happen. Let's get a legendary. Let's get pulling. Not going to let it be really, really quick. Shadowbow Tirarch. Don't need to talk about the rares. We're going to get a lot of rares, though, because this is not a 2x. And we're going to see if my Mercy Tracker is correct or if I get a sneaky legendary without it tracking something, which is also very possible. And we are not doing particularly well. No, it is what it is. Skink, come on, not even an epic. You can do better, Polarium. Is this thing on? All right. Pepsi's turned on now. Let's go. Well, I mean, Bowsmith Flannan. I love Bowsmith Flannan. For a rare, he is great. He's in the epic category of rares, so he is as good as a lot of epics, maybe better than a lot of epics. Got an AoE decreased speed, even if it is the small version. 100% chance of landing it, though, when booked. A single extra ally attack with increased accuracy on everyone. Yes, it's the small version, but a single target ally attack is still nice. And he's got a double hitter on the A1. Plus, he's going to bring at least one other hit in with this ally attack. So he's got a triple hitter effectively, a double hitter, and decreased speed. Going to be very good for Fire Knight progression on a lot of accounts. And I still use them in Faction Wars on my free-to-play. In fact, I built one, actually I built two of them, I think, on my main as well, and I actually use them over many epics in Curses and Tronos. So he is a very, very good champion. Finally, he's got a passive here. We'll get an extra turn if decreased speed buff is placed on 3 or more enemies with his Shattered Knee skill, which, you know, he's got a 100% chance of placing it, and it only needs to be on 3 or more enemies. So pretty solid. Actually, not too bad for early Hydra as well. He could fit on a Hydra team for you, even at level 50, when you're struggling to get to that top key on normal. So, come on. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're not here to talk about rares. We're here to talk about legendaries. And if my Mercy Tracker is correct, we are really, really hurting on Shard Mercy. There's an epic. Thought that was yellow for a second. Can we get a legendary? Last shard. It looks like my Mercy may not have been correct. So, we'll see. Bit of letdown. So my Mercy Tracker is not correct, or I need one more shard. Let's see if I can scrounge up one more shard. Give me a second. Hey, we had the 3v3 one, so we'll grab the 3v3 one, and we will pull it, and we will see if we can get something kind of cool. Nope. So my Mercy Tracker was off. I probably got a legendary when RSL Helper was down. Very unfortunate, because I was really looking forward to getting one. But, you know, hopefully you guys had some fun here. We are going to go for the gusto because, you know what, we're filming a nice video, and it is CvC, and I have never gotten a mythical from Remnant Summons as well. So, you know, I don't know if I'm even going to be doing the next fusion, because with saving for Leonardo, I am really tapped on resources for shards. So I might be skipping the next fusion, even on this account. We'll see. I do spend a little money in Raid, but I'm trying to cut back and mostly just buying the gem pack. In fact, I haven't bought the Forge Pass lately, even though I think this Forge Pass is a good one to buy, at least the regular Forge Pass, not the Platinum tier. So, let's see if we can get something cool. It teases you with that red flow to start with, but no. I mean, Stag Knight's cool. Very, very good epic. Kit is better than it reads. Decreased speed, double hitter. Only a 30% chance, bookable to 50% chance. You're going to put sniper on him, so it's going to be a 55% chance. 95% chance to put decreased defense and accuracy. Once he's got sniper, that becomes a 100% chance. The decreased defense and decreased attack Very, very useful for wave control. He can hit very, very hard. He's naturally very tanky for an epic. I think he's got over 20k HP for an attack-based epic. I guess technically he's listed as support. He can do decent amount of damage. And he throws increased attack if people resist something on anybody. So this is a passive ability that gets increased accuracy on people. I think I said increased attack, whatever. So good champion, but not what we're looking for on the end game account. But, you know, hey, that's the risk you take sometimes when you decide to pull shards when it is not a great event. And, you know, I did not endanger my ability to get Leonardo. So good luck to you guys if you're pulling some shards this CvC. Good luck to you during CvC as well, and have some fun. Enjoy your turtles, enjoy your Aprils, and, you know, I will see you guys in the next video. So leave some comments down below if you got anything interesting, or if you think I made an absolutely huge mistake, which in hindsight I probably did, but, you know, hindsight's always 20/20. So until the next video, I am Bront, CatHerder.